Hello YouTube! I am Pinstar and this is Pinstar Plays Heroes of Might and Magic Olden Era, the demo. So, Heroes of Might and Magic is a game that has it's a series that's been out for ages. I don't actually know how many what number the mainline series is up to at this point, but I do know that in my high school years, my formative age, Heroes of Might and Magic 3 was at the forefront, and oh boy, did I play a lot of it. In fact, I might have like a little side series of the old game, sort of a rose-colored goggles of it, because yeah, I really liked Heroes of Might and Magic 3. Well, come to my surprise, there's another game in it. It's a prequel in terms of the series goes, but it is a Heroes of Might and Magic game that seeks to recreate some of the olden time setups here. So yeah, we're diving into this. There's going to be a bunch of new games on the Steam Next Fest. So right now this is out as a demo right now. So if you want to give it a try, hop onto Steam and grab the demo. So we're gonna do, let's do a quick start. Let's do a classic game. Obviously there are lots and lots of more maps and whatnot to be had. One of the big things, at least in Heroes 3, was that there was a random map generator. And these maps are not the kind of maps that are easily randomly generated. Now, the other thing is that there were, in here, again, I'm going to be comparing everything to Heroes 3, because that is the game that I played the most of the mainline series. There were 9 factions, asynchronous factions. They all had different units, different abilities, different heroes, different towns, lots of variety. And then when you conquered towns of other types, you could mix and match your foes and come up with some truly unique army compositions. Here, it looks like we only have 4 right now, but again, this is just a demo. I doubt that this is the final total. My favorite faction back in 3 was the dungeon, so I am just going to go with the dungeon here. And then we can pick one of our heroes. Let's view some more. Some of the skills are some of the old school ones, but some of the skills are brand new. Basic economy. A lot of heroes available, and I'm assuming this is all just for the dungeon faction. Ooh, target enemy cannot counterattack. Interesting. Basic sorcery. Do they have a logistics guy? That was probably one of the most powerful skills in the old game. Very, very simple, but very powerful. I don't see a logistics hero, and that's probably by design. You know what? I'm going to go with basic luck is usually pretty good, but I'm going to go with morale. I'm assuming the other opponents are going to be AI controlled, since although I think I read somewhere that there's multiplayer in the demo. Obviously, there's multiplayer in the main. There will be multiplayer in the main game. Okay, so looks like we start with 2 towns. So the way this game works is everyone has a capital, and you can see we have 2 cities here, as denoted by this. Now, in each city, you can do a number of different things. But mainly you can build in each city, but you can only build 1 thing per turn. So we're going to take a look at what we have here. Looks like we start with a few things already built. This is not a city builder in the sense that like you're not like designing the city. You're basically unlocking buildings within the city that then adds their effects to the city, and these usually lend themselves to either allowing you to recruit new soldiers, upgrade soldiers, get new magic spells, and also improve, give you the ability to trade resources. So what do we have here? Levels up any visiting hero. Interesting. This is, so the Byzantine Palace line here, this is basically your backbone economy. This generates gold for you. Doesn't give you any immediate military effects, but it's your economy. Those enchant magic scrolls, so they grant spells of maximum level. Walls are an interesting one. Troglodytes. Yeah, and some of these units are brand new. I know Minotaurs. Minotaurs are good. I might grab like a labyrinth so that I can recruit some Minotaurs. So these are our troop types. This looks like they are probably the Onyx Dancers. So the Onyx Dancers... Ooh, lowers defense and their ranged attackers? Oh, sign me up. I do like me some ranged attackers. I'll explain some of the tactics, at least from a hero's... Alright, so yeah, let's get the amphitheater and get the Onyx Dancers. So anything you build builds instantly, but now, again, we can only build one thing per turn. And since we are here, we can recruit creatures. They all cost gold to recruit. And as you can see, we have some mightier and mightier creatures we can get up to. So we're going to get some troglodytes, some infiltrators. What are these guys? These guys like lucky strikes. They teleport, melee attacker, hit and run. Oh, these guys are like the harpies. All right, hit and run's pretty useful. Although it depends on whether or not they prevent counterattacks. Let's merge these guys. You can only have so many stacks of enemies, of creatures in your army, but you can have more than one. You can split them into other stacks here. But I'm not going to fuss over all of that. Let's go to our other town, which is also a dungeon town. I think we're going to level up this place's money. We want income. Is there a tavern here? You can hire units, but you have to have a hero to pick them up. We do have a tavern here, which means we can hire heroes. So we could get another thing, or you can hire a hero of a different faction. Now these guys are undead, which tend to give a morale penalty to living creatures. So I'm gonna hire our on-brand type, as it were. It's always good to have multiple heroes. I saw something in this map thing that you're limited to a number of heroes equal to the number of towns you control. Normally in a standard game, you can get as many heroes as you want. I mean, granted, they cost money, but that seems to be a limitation here, which is fine. I don't want too many heroes running around here. All right, we did our construction. We can recruit here. Not as many troops to be had, but we might as well. We can always have our heroes meet up in the middle and transfer troops, so you can like put all of your army into one. You can also leave troops behind, even without a hero, to help defend. But I don't know if we are... So this is the overworld. So the reason why having lots of heroes is important is that they all have a limited amount of movement per day. And you want to go around doing stuff. So we can pick up like little bits of resources that are lying around. So some of these are resources. Some of these things give you level ups. Sometimes, and some of these things are guarded by neutral factions. So these creatures sitting out here are not. They don't belong to any of my opponents. They are just neutral creatures. They'll fight and attack whomever goes near them, and they're usually positioned directly in front of something useful or important. Is this a pile of gold here? No, it's not. Dang it. Okay. Normal battle. Let's level up first. This is an experience, a learning stone. You go here, and we get enough experience for a level up. Now, heroes start. Oh, she's our one that starts us off with the basic economy. Interesting. I could go advanced economy. So the way the skill system works. And here, and presumably is, there are different skills. A hero can only learn a certain number of skills. Each skill has 3 levels: basic, advanced, and expert. You also have stats. Attack and defense basically increases the attack and defense of all of your troops. Spell power and knowledge affects how much your heroes can cast spells directly on the battlefield, which can have a rather big effect. I'm going to go advanced economy here. Ooh, and looks like now this is new. Oh, double. So there is the logistics skill here. We don't know logistics yet, but boy, howdy do we want it. Crystal, wood and ore daily. I mean, we kind of want that, but we don't know if we're going to get logistics. I'd say let's go wood and ore for now. All right. Is there anything else that we can do to empower ourselves before we go fight these guys? Because what spells do we know? Ground sight shows the location of all. Yeah. So that's an overworld spell. That's the only one that she knows. We could go poke our head back into the town and pick up a mage guild, which generates a series of random spells that it will teach to any hero that's going in there. But you know what? I think as long as we survive this battle, even if we take some losses, I think we'll be okay. So let's do that. To battle. So the auto resolve here will explain what we can get here, but let's do a manual battle here, just to show you guys off. This is very much like so here we can set up our stacks in wherever we want. The battlefield is based on where you're fighting. Sometimes there are terrain obstacles here. Here, this is just a plain wide open. Now this is our archer here. We want to defend them. So I'm going to start by positioning our troops here. All right, what are these guys? Long reach. The higher the target's tier, the more damage. Okay, so this thing hits hard. All right, so they can, even if we physically wall off our archer, this guy can still hit our archer. So it's not worth trying to body block them. Although, so archers can use their ranged attacks as long as there's nobody in melee with them. Well, no enemies in melee with them. So keeping them out of melee still might be useful, even if they can still poke. And then this shows how far they can go. Although, if they have long reach, let's... And then, yeah, our archers, we're going to fire here. Now, the further away you are, the less damage that you do. And then this guy has an alternative, a long reach attack. We're going to, yeah. Oh, so, all right. So you're not super long reach. You need, it's not like a ranged attack that can hit across the battlefield. And then just double checking, yeah, we don't have any combat spells. We are a might focused. The whole series name, Heroes of Might and Magic. There are two different general classifications, Might Heroes and Magic Heroes. This is a Might Hero who tends to give bigger bonuses to their troops, but knows fewer spells. So we're gonna just mosey on up here. Okay, good. Now, we can do a hit and run, but deals 50% damage here. I think what I'm going to do, and also the turn order is based on unit speed, with obviously faster units going sooner. I don't like the fact that he is going to go before here. I think we have a speed tie. So we want to inflict as much damage as possible. And yeah, I'm not going to do the hit and run. I just wanted to go ham. So the way counterattacks work, yeah, they're... So they didn't even bother hitting my archers, but my archers are now in melee range and therefore can only use their melee attacks, which is not... It's a lot less effective than their actual ranged attack. But because this guy already used his counterattack against my guys here, my archers will not get counterattacked against. And then these guys, yeah, we might as well poke them rather than use the spit. Oh, this is our stance. Only one attack can be active at a time. Actually, we'll be fine. Oh, we got the high roll anyway. Nice. So, yeah, we lost about as much as the auto combat. But we got some experience for that. And now we can access this thing, this traveling circus, which lets us increase a random skill, which actually hits our economy skill again. So now we're up to 1,500. Acts as additional when calculating trading prices. Yeah, we'll take the alchemical dust. That's a new resource they added to the game. You know what? We're going to go back into town just so you can rest up here. We will get we'll get something else interesting. But let's go back to our other hero now. You are also an overlord. So we have two might heroes. Neither of them are magic, which is, I mean, is fine. Treasure chest. We'll take the experience, although we need a little bit more to actually level up. What do we have here? Stilled voices. Oh, Medusas and Warrens. This guy is guarding two different creature dwellings. If we can get him out of the way. It might be worth my while to come here, yeah, let's get the Warren and, get the easy battle done. We'll destroy them for the XP. Yeah, not enough to level. But this gives us a warren, which lets us recruit more troglodytes. The other thing it does is because now that we own this external creature dwelling, it makes the internal creature dwelling in our castle generate more creatures. Infiltrators. What do we have here? Easy battle, but they're all archers, so... Pile of books. Until the end of the week. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, we could hit the pile of books to get more XP. Let's grab this ore. Get that gold. Those resource piles are just one-time deals. Those are not going to reappear. But yeah, let's get this XP book. Well, we don't need to worry about the mana. I'm going to let them run because they're archers, and that is likely to tag me with... Alright, looks like we got that already visited. Yeah, alright, so now we go here. Now we will destroy them for the extra XP. Yeah, they can take a few of my troglodytes down, and now we actually get our thing. Basic defense. We do like defense. And we will take the infiltrators. Now we are stronger and we learn more. Ooh, and there's our learning stone. We'll circle around back here because it looks like we can go back this way. This windmill will give us a bit of resources randomly once per week. Oh man. Do I want to go over here and hit that? See, this is why having more movement on your hero is better. Yeah, we're all done. So let's end our turn. And now our enemies are all doing the same thing. Okay, so what do we want to build here? We could go for the Mage Guild. Because, I mean, even if they're not a heavy magic hero, level 1 spells can be very useful. Or at least they were in Heroes 3. I can't speak for this place. Let's do that. Now, let's see if there's another holdover here. Normally, Might Heroes would have to buy a spell book. What do we have here? Oh yeah, this is another new thing here. Law upgrades here. Heroes generate 25% law points. Yeah, let's enact that law. Gives us more money per turn. All right, now, do you have, or do you even need a spell book, Kreta? Yeah, we don't have anything else we already built. Heroes learn all unlocked. Alright, doesn't look like we have to buy a spell book. Maybe we do. Energy explosion, energize. Oh, it's upgrading this, but like, where's... Because it used to be that heroes only, heroes, not non-magic heroes needed a skill to get like level 4 and 5 spells, but they could get the low level ones just fine. Hang on one second, folks. I need to figure out, because I want this hero to... Oh, there we go. I must have... I don't know what I did to do it, but I did it, so we're good. Yeah, so... Waramos. I have no idea what Waramos are, but... Yeah. That's a lethal battle, so probably don't want to go there. I've already visited that one, but we can get this treasure chest. We'll take the gold. That's an easy battle. We will destroy them for the XP. Probably should have let them flee, but that's okay. Yeah, increases our knowledge by 1. That gives you more capacity to hold mana. That's an impossible battle. Okay, good to know. Wood storage. Fair enough. All right, we're almost connected here. All right, here I think we're going to go econ. Get the Byzantine Palace. Just keep that gold flowing. Because what good are troops if you can't buy them? Alright, yeah, I think we were going to go here. We can go up here, hit the crow nest. Hit the learning stone. There's logistics, which is really good. Nice. There's a sawmill. We definitely want to control the sawmill. Those guys tend to be ranged if they're anything like the ones from there, so I'm going to let them run. So now that's going to produce wood for us every single turn. Let them run. These are all stat ups. That's magic power. That's attack. To increase by... And there's our ore mine. Yeah, we already visited that one. We do want the wood storage. Oh, unless this wood storage is also on the protection of these guys. Which it very well may be. That's an impossible battle. That's a difficult battle. Yeah, I think we're just going to run and drop these troops off. Pick up some of these. I mean, we can hit the learning stones. Basic diplomacy. So when those creatures flee, they have a chance of instead deciding to join your army. Magic damage. we'll go... Yeah, this will be our econ hero. Now, the nice thing is... Oh, I just realized there's some wood down here. Do we have... There we go. So now we can transfer some troops over here to just bolster our main hero. Because this hero is just here to be a gopher, essentially. Oh, adds from a bird's eye spell and a defense item. We don't have any artifacts here. That's fine. Now you do have to leave at least one creature on your hero here. I think what we want to do is we are going to leave... Oops. We're going to split this stack. And we're going to leave one infiltrator here because they are the fastest. And at the beginning of the day, at least again in Heroes 3, they may have changed this around. A hero's movement is based on the slowest unit in their army. So if we want our gopher to go really fast, we would leave them with just one of that. Obviously, our gopher is not going to be going around getting into any fights. All right, we have improved luck. So we could smack this guy and then let our gopher mop it up. Grants a random artifact. Alright, let's smack these guys. I'm losing a bunch of infiltrators, but that's a lot of XP. I'll take it. Basic Nightshade. Let's go more defense. Friendly creatures. So less damage from counterattacks versus less damage from ranged and long reach attacks. That's an interesting one. Let's go less from counterattacks. Now, instead of using my main hero to mop up all of these goodies that I just uncovered, we're going to use our gopher to do that. Our main hero is just going to be going around doing all their stuff. So all these resource piles, I'm not going to really spend the time. We are going to smack these guys. Let's destroy them because we want the extra XP. And because it gives us daily, we do want to actually capture the object. These guys are an easy battle. Ooh, safe house. Fully restores mana. This hero isn't really using mana. Although we can use... Our mana pool could be higher. Because I think we leveled up and gained a point of knowledge. So we might as well visit to gain... There we go. Took him out with ranged. Luck. Ooh, +4 to tier 1 creature growth in all cities. Luck. I think our infiltrators do well with luck. Luck gives you a chance of getting a double damage strike, whereas leadership gives you a chance of going twice in combat. Yeah, let's go down here. We'll get more infiltrators. Okay, let's see here. We could go even more with the money. Although my old instincts are telling me that that might not be the best thing here. We may want to go out. Because the one thing is, so at the end of the week, and I do mean by 7 days, 7 turns, all creatures will refill. So having them in place is going to be important to us getting our stuff here. The bank, if we want to just money, we could just build the bank. It doesn't give us the law points, but we can upgrade the law. Friendly creatures take less damage. Tier 1 creatures. Oh, yeah, we could do that just to increase. Oh, and we need multiples of these in here. Yeah, you know what? Let's get all these up here. More gold generation is more better. You know what? I think what we're going to do here is let's get more creature buildings going. Let's see, Stilled Voices requires the Labyrinth. Yeah, let's get the Labyrinth. We'll actually recruit them when our hero comes by. Now you down here, this place is going to be all econ. So we could just get the bank. Because this does 1,500 gold, this does 2,000 gold, so this actually gives us more gold. Less law points, but more gold. And yeah, gold is important. Okay, safe house. You know what? One thing I want to make sure is, because we have some safe houses here, I want to make sure that our secondary city has a safe house, because it boosts the recruitment. It does have a baseline safe house. That's good. Well, in that case, let's do, let's get that going. And then here we can do a Stilled Voices, which gives us Medusas. Let's destroy them. Only one? If we ever get to one where we take like super heavy losses, I'll manual it. Alright, we got more infiltrators. More infiltrators here. Like, we're going to get a butt ton of infiltrators. We may want to upgrade them to get higher level units. Also, a Stilled Voices, we want to make sure we make it there. Destroy them. Advanced Luck. When a creature waits in battle, they gain 20% attack until the end of the round. When they skip turn, they gain 20% defense. Interesting. But I think we're going to go Advanced Luck. For each point of luck. Primal Magic, no. 25% gold and resources from piles on the map. Ooh, yeah, let's reduce the enemy's luck. I'm going to let my gopher get the curse. And then just hand over the artifact. Oh, gem storage. Really? That's all they were guarding? Was just a gem storage? Alright. Well, we were going to go around here anyway. Because what I really want is... come over here and then we will hit the town. Now you, my gopher... I mean, we can increase your luck. We'll get this. We will take the gold. Oops. And then we can gather up all these ore piles here. All right, I think we're good. We might as well get the XP buff. Advanced. Yeah, the problem is it's sometimes, it's not always, so. But we'll go that way here. Your army power in the eyes of neutral creatures, which make them more likely to join or flee. Interesting. Yeah, that might be more useful. Alright, now you... Yeah, we'll take the com. There was another one of those that I meant to get. Yeah, over here. Oh, and actually I forgot to come down here. Let's go down here. Oh, no, I don't want to end my turn. Yeah, now this is an easy battle. Destroy them. That's minimal losses, I'll take it. Yeah, we'll attack. These guys are all ranged. But now we can hire Medusas, and that, more importantly, it increases the growth of Medusas in my town. Same goes with troglodytes. You're almost done here. Hydras, eh? That's going to be a little spicy. We could also do Safe House too to upgrade all of these infiltrators. But I would also like a magic guild to get some spells here. And what spells you get are random. They also refill your mana if you spend the night in the town, which is something I intend to do. So we'll give up some of our movement. I mean, if we can get to stilled voices here, we need 2 more things to get to it. But let's do the amphitheater. All right. Let's build something while we're here, while our hero is still here. We could go for a Mage Guild level 2. And then grab a Chthonic house right before the week turns. To just get a maximum amount of things going here. Yeah, let's do Mage Guild level 2. We'll check our battle, but while we're here, let's recruit. We've got Minotaurs, we've got Medusa. And now we can head back out into the world. Ooh, a labyrinth. Well, let's go up here. A portal. Not quite ready to teleport my hero away to somewhere unknown. It could be a one-way portal, too. A difficult battle. Alright, I'll hold off for now. We'll take the experience. Catapult deals 20. So catapults only are used when you're sieging enemy cities. I think I'll take advanced triumvirate strength. Ooh, plus initiative is huge. Let's see. Let's actually do a real battle here. I mean, it's only against the 3, but they're like higher level. So Medusas, if they're anything like... Slither. All right, so in Heroes 3, Medusa used to be able to melee just as effectively as they could ranged. Here, this just lets them move away without being without ending their turn, which means they can just use their regular Lucky Strike. Yeah, see, Lucky Strikes. These guys. It's a Grand Slam. And these guys like the morale. Okay. We will... I'm going to put you guys here and then... Yeah, guard our melee troops. So these guys, negative effects don't. Immune to all magic damage, fair enough. Flies, melees. Alright, so let's see what we have here. Early start. Initiative target friendly creatures increases. All creatures in one hex take magic damage. Target creature takes less range damage. Bless sounds good. This guy can't quite reach us. We're going to move you over here. And you guys wait. All right, got one of them down. All right, they're going to get to double move, which means they're going to inflict some hurt on my... Yeah, we'll skip turn. Oh, that was a lucky strike right there. So, that's all right. 8 troglodytes. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. All right, for you... we will take the gold. Choose only one reward. We'll take the mercury. That's still guarded. That's... that's a once per week thing. All right, now we can build something here. Yeah, you know what? When we build a labyrinth, we can do a stilled voices at the very end of this one. And also gives us a labyrinth for more minotaurs here. Now, are we going to be able to afford literally everything? I'm not too sure, but... Tier 1 creatures' growth in your city increases by 4. I mean... it's right before the end of the week, and now we get to Tier 2 laws. Your heroes gain... oh man, 10 movement points? This is going to be a game changer. Tier 2 increases, Tier 3 increases. Okay, I see where you're going with this game. Alright, let's attack and see what we can do against these guys. Well, if we're going to just ice them before they get to us, I'll accept that. Black Tower. After defeating its guard. Ooh, is that a single... is that a single dragon? Aha! So yeah, we kind of get caught off guard here. Yeah, we'll start the battle. And yeah, they go first. I can see why now that the... Well, hang on. Let's check you here. Ashen Dragon. All adjacent enemies always deal minimum damage. Immune to tier 5 or lower spells. Okay, so I have to buff my guys. Yeah, it's not worth it for a healing spell on the troglodytes. I mean, these guys do quite a bit. $141 currently. Yeah, this one unit has 300 hit points. Now, if we do this. It does half damage. Now, does it retaliate? Is going to be the real question. It does. Okay. But at least we got the retaliation out of the way. Alright, about the same. Orlith's head. We have two heads of the same guy. Might as well take on the Warren. Increase our base gain here. The Monty Hall? Okay. Until the end of the week. So we want to wait till next week before we hit this place. Expert defense sounds good to me. Oh, if the hero knows diplomacy. Yeah, we'll take firmness. Someone's guarding the palace. Some griffins? And we have some cavalry. Interesting. Actually, I might want to put that on my roaming hero. Plate armor, defense, armlet. Yeah, we'll take the helmet. Which is good, because we already had chainmail. Perfect. So now our defense is even higher. Not going to visit that place, but I'm going to stand right next to it so that we can get double our mana pool for the following week. That's a lethal battle, yeah. Yeah, let's just head over there. We're going to want to gopher up some troops. And now you can build us a chthonic home to start getting hydras. And you can get a stilled voices to start getting us Medusas. All right, it is the week of the riches. Nice. So yeah, that was another holdover from that is there'd be like each week would have a different theme to it. Usually it was to be the week of a specific creature type, and then that creature type would like have a lot up here, but it looks like we have different varied types now, which is nice. All right, folks, so if you guys like this episode and you want to see more like it, go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and leave me a comment. Good, bad, or indifferent, your feedback's always welcome. So until next time, this has been Pinstar signing out. See ya.